In Decision 2020 coverage today, ballot question 2 asks whether or not people want to see Massachusetts use ranked choice voting in future state elections. It's backed by leading Democrats like Senator Elizabeth Warren and Attorney General Maura Healey. But there's concern if it's passed, it could lead to some confusion. As flu season quickly approaches, the CDC is stressing the importance of flu shots, especially during a pandemic, and say now is the time to get one. The debate between President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden was marred by interruptions, leading some to question if the mics should be cut for future debates. Megyn Kelly, who served as moderator for the Republican Party presidential debate in 2015, tweeted her suggestion. New today, local leaders gather at the site of the former Worcester State Hospital to officially break ground on a new biomanufacturing park, the Bottary. The Worcester Business Development Corporation was joined by project developers as well as city and state elected leaders for this ceremony. It's all hands on deck for crews in central Massachusetts who are preparing for possible power outages and damage from the storm. Shrewsbury Electrical and Cable Operations spent the morning loading up the trucks. Hey everyone, we're here today at Worcester Fitness, sitting in on a maximum output cycle class. And joining me is trainer Megan Paradis. And Megan, this is kind of like spin with a twist, right?
Yes, exactly. So it's interval style. They're on the spin bikes, but what they do off bike complements what they're doing on bike.
Boston police met with Boston nightlife venues today to discuss safety in the wake of 2 recent abductions. Today we spoke with venues in Worcester like the Palladium on what they're doing to keep women safe. Water here on Bellevue Avenue has come up and is actually covering the sidewalk. Residents who live in this apartment building right here say that their apartments are flooded, and this isn't the first time that this has happened. The 2 mountain lions are only about 6 months old right now, but once they're full grown, they're expected to be anywhere between 100 to 140 pounds. Bruckman says they've had great success in decreasing the number of hepatitis A cases in Worcester. She says they were seeing about 15 cases a month. They're now seeing 0 to 1.
On this week's trip on a Tankful, we head to the Ecotarium in Worcester. Known for their hands-on learning experiences, they're taking extra precautions to ensure safety while visitors play and learn.
While actual carnivals may not be up and running this summer, the Ecotarium in Worcester has one of their own and are using it to educate visitors.
This exhibit is really about Newton's laws of physics and the laws of motion and how you can learn about those through an amusement park experience.
It's just one of the many hands-on exhibits in the Indoor Science Museum. Outside, the Ecotarium sits on more than 40 acres and includes displays, activities, and about a dozen different wildlife habitats. President and CEO Lucy Hale says they're taking all safety precautions to make sure they're not only meeting state COVID-19 safety guidelines, but exceeding them.
The hands-on nature of our exhibits, we've just really increased the frequency of our cleaning of everything and tried to reduce the touch experiences as much as possible where we can without, taking away from the whole overall experience.
To limit the number of people gathering, they're placing QR codes around the museum for a virtual tour guide experience.
When you walk around, you'll see QR codes, and you can pull it up on your phone, and you can still have that educator experience, but it's just in a way that you don't have 20 people gathered in a space.
When it comes to wearing masks, they're required, even for their resident dinosaurs.
Keeping with the state regulations, we mask Siegfried. We're not really sure if dinosaurs can catch COVID-19. We know some other animals can, so we just wanted to be really safe. He's very special, very precious, so we thought it would be in the best interest. And we also like to show best practices, and we want kids to see that it's okay to wear.
We've got Cortland's, Red Delicious.
It's apple picking season at Meadowbrook Orchards in Sterling.
We have 4 main varieties: McIntosh, Cortland's, McCowan's, and Empires. And then we do a lot of other smaller varieties, Red Delicious, Golden Delicious.
Vice President and General Manager David Chandler says they're taking extra precautions this season to ensure safety for visitors.
We do have to limit the number of people in the orchard. Luckily for us, we've got a large orchard, so that limit is pretty high. But we do, we have to require everybody to wear face masks. Families sort of stay together, keeping socially distant from other families.
Chandler says the layout of the farm already allows for social distancing, as the rows are 20 feet apart and the trees are 15 feet apart. If you do have to spread out, there are also other fruits available for picking. Chandler says raspberries and pumpkins are also in season. He says it's a place where you can spend a few hours or the whole day.
So every day we do have breakfast in the morning. On the weekends we do a full breakfast up till 11:30, and then we do soups and sandwiches for lunch. So, family could come out, get lunch, go out in the orchard and pick their apples. They could even take their lunch to go down by the pond, have a little picnic in the orchard, and then pick their apples if they'd like to do that.
Along with hot meals, inside their store they have a variety of items, including meals to go, as well as a bakery with homemade baked goods.
We just try to be, the one-stop shop for people.
For the first time since March, the Worcester Art Museum is welcoming back visitors.
It feels great to have people back in the galleries again.
While the museum was closed, they continued to offer programming through their website. Now that they're back open, Senior Marketing Manager Julianne Frost says they have a variety of exhibits on display.
The exhibition Beyond Midnight, Paul Revere, which had only been open for a month before we closed, is open for a month now through November 7th. We also have a visiting masterwork from the Detroit Institute of Arts. It's a painting by Vincent van Gogh, one from his famous Portrait of Postman Roulin series.
Frost says for the safety of visitors, they're requiring masks for all who enter, asking visitors to keep 6 feet apart, as well as follow directional arrows throughout the museum.
Every gallery has a limit to how many people can be in there. And of course, we have hand sanitizers, we're doing extra cleaning, and we're asking people to stay away if they're not feeling well for everybody's safety.